This is a WPDE ABC 15 First Warning Winter Weather Update.
Right now, a powerful winter storm is mixing in moisture with cold air over the Carolinas. ABC 15 is working for you this afternoon with this special edition of ABC 15 News at noon.
Amanda Kinzid is live along the Grand Strand for us, monitoring those road conditions. We also have Devon Raming live at the Myrtle Beach International Airport, where all flights are now canceled on this Wednesday. But first, we go right to Chief Meteorologist Ed Piotrowski for a look at the radar. Ed?
Well, things are going to go downhill very, very quickly as we head through the afternoon. Let's take a look at the current temperatures. Everyone is below freezing right now, with one exception, that being North Myrtle Beach at 33. Precipitation is moving into the area. It's fairly light right now because the air at the surface is so dry. It takes a little while for that moisture to evaporate into the atmosphere and saturate the air above us. So eventually this precipitation will become more widespread. A lot of what you're seeing in blue is actually some freezing rain and sleet deeper inland. It likely is some snow mixing with that as well, especially down toward Monk's Corner, where I saw a video of it actually snowing there. So this precipitation will continue to head to the north as we head through the afternoon. A mixture of freezing rain, sleet, mainly for the Grand Strand, some snow mixed in the farther inland you go. Eventually, it all changes over to snow. The storm system is developing rapidly off the Florida coast. It'll move to the north and east, but we still got quite a bit of precipitation to move through our area before it's all said and done. So here's the bottom line as we head through the rest of this day and tonight. Basically, precipitation is ongoing now. It becomes steadier and heavier as we head through late afternoon and the evening. It will end by midnight everywhere. What falls? Sleet, then mainly all snow across the PD and on the border belt. Freezing rain and sleet initially will change to snow late this afternoon or this evening for the Grand Strand. And the snow could actually be heavy at times, believe it or not, during the evening hours. 1 to 4 inches of snow likely along and east of I-95. Before that, we could have a glaze of freezing rain right along the immediate coast. Not enough to cause significant power outages or bring down tree limbs or trees, but enough to cause issues on the roadways. Obviously, hazardous traveling really any time from now right on through the evening hours and certainly into Thursday as well, given the fact it's going to be mighty, mighty cold. Coming up a little bit later on, we'll take a look at Futurecast and time everything out hour by hour, and also have specific numbers for you in terms of how much snow you'll get in your neighborhood coming up later.
Time now for ABC 15 News Waze on-time traffic. Sponsored by Johnny Gardner Law Group.
Taking a live look at the Waze traffic app now. Ed just showed you the radars. The system is moving up the coast, and Highway Patrol's website really reflects that, with a number of trouble spots in Georgetown County, Horry County. Right now, EMS is en route to a collision with injuries. That's what you're looking at. This is at Fraser Street at David R. Ray Road there. Also take note, another trouble spot, ice in Georgetown County at SC 707 between 544 and US 17. That was reported just about 10 minutes ago. Again, keep it right here on ABC 15. We'll let you know of any more trouble spots that pop up this afternoon.
And there was concern about our local roads, bridges, and overpasses. That's why the Department of Transportation and Highway Patrol have been preparing for today's winter weather.
ABC 15's Amanda Kinzeth is live for us now with a look at how crews have prepared and what the conditions are looking like right now in Myrtle Beach. Amanda?
That's right. Department of Transportation crews are on standby near bridges in Horry County. They're loaded up with salt and ready to go, and they'll head out there in a little bit, check the roads, and start to salt anything that might freeze or get icy. We're on standby here at the beach waiting for the snow to hit. Now, roadways throughout Horry County seem to be okay. That's according to Highway Patrol. Georgetown County, though, that's where they are having problems. They're starting to see some icy patches and have had several accidents. Emergency officials told me that they had 7 accidents within 40 minutes, and that was just in one place in Pawleys Island. So do take caution if you need to head out on the roadways. Now, Department of Transportation vehicles will be out, all day throughout the day, trying to keep the roads under control, keep them from being slick, but do take caution. And in Georgetown County, I do want to mention that at this time, no bridge closures are scheduled. They don't plan on closing any bridges. If they do, it will be a short closure if they need to, salt the bridges or something like that. But they don't plan to close the bridge any time, and we'll keep an eye on the conditions for you. Precipitation started about an hour ago. We're waiting for it to change over to snow, guys.
I did see your post on Twitter saying waiting to see snow on the beach. That would be a sight.
It really would be. And again, I've already seen reports of thin layers of ice forming on cars across the area, so it is definitely hitting us now.
Yes, and if you can stay home today, you are being advised to do so. But if you do have to be out on the roads, here's some tips from the experts. They're advising you to stay toward the middle lanes. Water, of course, tends to pool in the outside lanes. Don't follow large trucks or buses too closely. The spray created by their tires can cover your windshield and make it hard for you to see. And of course, really slow down today if you have to be out there.
And if you are driving today and you find yourself in trouble, remember this. If you find yourself starting to skid to the right, steer right into the skid. If you're skidding left, steer left. With standard brakes, pump them gently. With ABS, apply steady pressure to your brakes. Highway Patrol troopers say do not use cruise control when you're driving on wet or possibly icy roads. If you do get stuck, the South Carolina Department of Public Safety says call Star HP for assistance.
We are already getting reports right now of delays and closings for tomorrow for schools and businesses. Our team is constantly updating this information. You're looking at our website live right now, WPDE.com. We're going to keep adding those closures, and honestly, a lot of changes have been made for today, too. So go ahead and take a look at the Wednesday cancellations and closures. A lot of governments and schools and others made decisions to close a little bit earlier than expected. DOT crews and the PD are meeting right now ahead of this winter weather we could see. They've been working all morning, making sure the roads are as safe as they can be during this winter storm.
ABC 15's Tanya Brown is live at this hour from Florence with more on what road crews there are doing right now. Tanya?
Matt, Crystal, crews are still pre-treating the roads with a salt brine mixture. Now that mixture is expected to melt any snow or ice. You can still see some of the residue of the salt brine on the roads and passing cars. About 250 workers have been out since yesterday morning across the PD in Grand Strand. Now they've spread more than 60,000 gallons. I said 60,000 gallons of that salt brine mixture on the roads. Officials tell me the state has nearly 130 tons of salt ready when the storm hits. Much of that salt will be deployed in the PD and across the Grand Strand.
We'll have our spreaders out then, and we'll start putting out salt. Salt's a little bit more effective in the snow. If the snow also starts building up, we will start plowing. So we'll have our plows down to keep the roadways open.
In addition to salt, crews have about 120 pieces of equipment ready to battle this storm. That includes snow plows and graders. They tell me they've been working all year to prepare for winter storms. They just don't start when the weather gets bad. They do it all year. In fact, they held dry runs this past October to make sure that everything will run smoothly when the weather hits. They plan to be out, DOT crews that is, they plan to be out all day until the storm lets up. For now, live in Florence, Tanya Brown, ABC 15 News.
Thank you, Tanya, and we do appreciate their hard work. And if you have a flight scheduled out of Myrtle Beach International Airport today, you will not be getting on a plane.
ABC 15's Devon Roming is live at MYR, where all flights out of the airport are canceled for today.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Take a look behind me for yourselves. It's practically a ghost town here at MYR. Every flight, inbound and outbound, canceled today. That's just about 40 flights. I've seen a few people arriving here either to depart or send off visiting loved ones, but they aren't getting very far. Now, as for all the cancellations, airport officials tell me they aren't the ones who make the decisions to cancel flights, but have taken the necessary steps to prep the runways along with all the necessary operating systems to get this place back up and running first thing tomorrow. Now, the airport will remain open here through the duration of the day, and they do tell me, though, that those flights for today, just to reiterate, are canceled. Reporting live in Myrtle Beach International Airport, Devon Roming, ABC 15 News.
All right, Devon, thank you for that live report. And we want to see your pictures when you're out and about. Of course, if you couldn't get them safely, how are you spending this wintry day and maybe a snow day for a lot of our local kids? We have a picture shared by Matthew. He says he does not like this weather.
But he is bundled up and prepared for sure.
True. Make sure to share your photos with us on Facebook, Twitter, or you can upload them to burst.com/WPDE. It's 12:10. We'll be right back.
This is a WPDE ABC 15 First Warning Winter Weather Update.
Welcome back. As conditions worsen, many are making a last-minute run for food and other essentials. So how are some of those area grocery stores looking right now?
We go now live to ABC 15's Liz Cooper, who's been in the Walmart this morning off Highway 17 bypass near Surfside Beach. And a lot of people are preparing, right, Liz?
You don't want to report on something, you ought to do it on these idiots.
Yeah, it has been absolutely crazy since yesterday. The manager tells me I got here about 10:30 this morning and the lines were backed up. Now people were coming in and out obviously quickly because at around noon those lines died down significantly. The manager says people have stocked up on food and pool salt ahead of this storm. Some people tell me they waited to buy stuff until today because they were actually working and did it on their way home this morning. Other people were buying non-weather related items, and they said they were actually surprised at how busy it was here this morning. But no matter the reason people were here, it was without a doubt super busy for these employees this morning. And some people tell me they're actually looking forward to this winter weather.
It's been crazy. People are running all over the store buying eggs, milk, bread, anything they can for like canned goods and stuff for the kids.
I'm excited about the snow. I'm giddy. I like snow. I'm going to get out and play in it a little bit.
Now, the manager tells me despite these long lines this morning, everyone was actually in good spirits, including the parents and the kids, because they said obviously they were off of school today. Now, we actually just saw a few minutes ago some of the managers out here salting the entrance here because the rain here in Surfside has been coming down for at least an hour and slightly turning over to a freezing right now. And you can see actually it's starting to layer on some of these cars right now. So it's just turning over from that rain to freezing rain here in Surfside, so stay safe out there as you're hitting those roadways later today. Reporting live in Surfside, Liz Cooper, ABC 15 News.
All right, Liz, thank you so much for that live report. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the pictures that you're sharing with us on social media. Ooh. Take a look. Linda shared this photo of the fountain at the entrance of her neighborhood. It's completely frozen.
Wow.
You can go ahead and share your photos with us on Facebook, Twitter, or you can upload them. Go to burst.com/WPDE. Keep it right here on ABC 15 News.
Yes, I texted it. Yeah, hey. From Thomas? Okay. Okay. Yes. What's the name of that? What do people in Georgetown call it? Y'all don't say all of that. What do people in Georgetown call it? Say all of that? You call it the... Or you can call it the silver.
first warning weather with Chief Meteorologist Ed Piotrowski.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Our winter storm is underway, and this is just the beginning. Initially, plenty of cold air in place, moisture coming in from the south and west, and because the low levels of the atmosphere are so dry, a lot of this has been basically evaporating before reaching the ground. But now, with the atmosphere becoming more saturated, a lot of this is now reaching the ground, mainly in the form of some light freezing rain and sleet over Horry and Georgetown counties. As you head farther to the west, it's sleet, perhaps a little bit of snow mixing in from Lake City down to Trio, and it's moving toward Florence right now as well. I suspect nothing is reaching the ground quite yet, but it will just be a matter of time as we head through the afternoon. Gradually, precipitation will spread through the entire area. Let's take a look at Futurecast here. Once I show you the bigger view, and you can see there's a lot of precipitation back to the south and west. This is yet to pinwheel through our area as we head through later on this afternoon. And through this evening, everything will come to an end by midnight tonight. But between now and then, a whole lot of moisture coming our way. Here we are, 12:30 today, or by 12:30, and there's where the best chance of precipitation will be, exactly where the radar is showing it now. We head toward 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and for the most part, I think it's mainly freezing rain and sleet over Horry and Georgetown counties, not quite snow yet. You head farther inland, there could be some light, spotty freezing rain, more likely some sleet and snow across parts of the PD. It's going to be later in the afternoon when we really see things start to ramp up. Primarily snow with a little bit of sleet across the PD and on the border belt. Even along the Grand Strand, the freezing rain and sleet will have a tendency to start changing over to all snow as we head through late this afternoon or as we head through the evening hours. And once it goes to all snow, it's going to snow and be quite heavy at times as we head through the evening hours. Notice at 8 o'clock tonight, most areas are seeing snow. Could be a little bit of sleet mixed in right along the Grand Strand, especially the north end of the Strand. Snow will begin to taper down as we head through 10 o'clock across the PD and on the border belt. Still some snow showers over Horry and Georgetown counties, but pretty close to midnight, just about the entire area is gone. A few flurries remaining over Horry County. Otherwise, that's about it. So how much snow are we talking about? We've upped our snow totals just a bit. Basically, for all areas along and east of I-95, we're looking at 1 to 3 inches of snow. There could be an area just east of Florence, Marion, and Dillon, down toward Loris and Conway, where we have this so-called sweet spot where you could have the most snow. We're thinking 2 to 4 inches in through here, with 1 to 3 along the immediate coast, and 1 to 3 here simply because of some freezing rain and sleet delaying the onset of snow. If that happens sooner than we think, then 2 to 4 inches would be possible even along the Grand Strand. I think there's no question about it. Everybody is going to see snow at some point. It's just going to take some time to see it all change over to all snow later on this afternoon and during the evening hours. Before the snow moves in, there will likely be freezing rain like we have right now that could accumulate up to about 1/10 of an inch in many areas. That will create a glaze on the bridges and overpasses, so do keep that in mind. That will make traveling quite treacherous as we head through this afternoon and tonight. And of course, the freezing rain, sleet, and snow will do that as we head through tonight and tomorrow as well. Generally, when you have less than 1/4 of an inch of ice, you don't have many issues with power outages. You do get glazes on the cars, on trees, and of course, the bridges and the overpasses become very, very slick. Not a good afternoon to travel at all in our area. All right, afternoon high temperatures only in the low to mid 30s. The wind will pick up, so wind chills in the 20s. Is frigid tonight with the overnight lows in the upper teens and low 20s. The wind picks up as the snow ends. Wind chills by morning will likely be in the low to mid teens. It's going to stay cold, folks, through Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Highs in the 30s, overnight lows in the upper teens to around 20. Yes, the snow melts in the sun, but it's a slow process. Those shaded areas will have a real difficult time of melting any of the sleet and snow. Here's the forecast inland. Temperatures in the 30s for the next 4 days. Overnight lows will be in the teens to around 20. So basically anything that melts and doesn't evaporate will certainly refreeze as we head through each and every night. Unlike most of the winter storms that come through the Carolinas where it snows or it sleets or it's freezing rain and pretty much gone the next day, this may take 4 or 5 days for it to completely be gone because of how cold the weather's going to be.
Wow, well, if you see snow, we want to see your pictures and videos, and we will take any weather pictures right now. These are obviously frozen fountains throughout our area. We have them up at WPDE.com. If you want to submit your picture, just go to burst.com/WPDE. Check them out. These are all in front of housing units and condo divisions. Oh my goodness, cold out there. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I have DOT standing with me. I can do a quick interview for you.
This is a WPDE ABC 15 First Warning Winter Weather Update.
Welcome back. Since this winter storm is moving up from the south, of course, Georgetown was the first in our area to see freezing rain.
Megan Rivers with our Sinclair sister station WCIV is live for us right now in Georgetown with a look out there. How's it looking?
Well, it's a lot of ice coming down right now in Georgetown. We're just at the bottom of the Sandpit River Bridge, and SCDOT is standing by already preparing to close down that bridge. Now I'm joined now by Mr. Wendell White and Jeff Lewis. And Wendell, what will be the determining factor if this bridge has to close?
Determining factor it depends on the temperature and the freezing. That way we will go further to putting down the salt to make sure that the road is safe to travel on.
Okay, and Jeff, you guys said you've been out here for a while, so how long have you guys been sitting out here?
Approximately about 20 or 30 minutes.
Okay, just waiting on that final word.
Yeah, waiting on the okay.
Okay, well again, folks, the troopers and SCDOT are asking everyone if you do have to come out to make sure that you proceed with caution. We've seen a number of vehicles kind of fly by, so make sure you guys are driving slowly because there's a lot of ice and slush on the roadways. I'll send things back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thank you so much, Megan, for that live report out of Georgetown. A big thank you to all those DOT crews, very busy today.
Yeah, conditions will only get worse out there. Let's go and take a look at some pictures. So many folks have been sending in pictures to us. Look at this. Susanna took this picture of her daughter's water bottle. She left it in the car overnight. It's frozen now. We do want to see all of your pictures as this winter system moves into our area. You can share with us on Facebook, Twitter, or go to burst.com/WPDE. We'll be right back.
This is a WPDE ABC 15 First Warning Winter Weather Update.
With these winter conditions that we're experiencing, we can't stress this enough. If you have to be out on the roads today, drive safely.
And here's some tips from experts. Make sure to stay toward the middle lanes. Water tends to pool in the outside lanes. Don't follow large trucks or buses too closely. That spray created by their tires can cover your windshield and make it really hard to see. And of course, slow down today.
And a few things to remember: if you are driving today and find yourself in trouble and you start to skid, make sure to steer into the skid. If you're skidding right, steer right. If you start skidding left, steer left. With standard brakes, pump your brakes gently. With ABS, apply steady pressure to your brakes. Highway Patrol says, of course, do not use your cruise control when driving on wet or possibly ice-covered roads. If you get stuck, the South Carolina Department of Public Safety says call Star HP on your phone for assistance.
Just about 12:29. Let's get one more check of the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Ed Piotrowski.
All right, let's go ahead and check out a recap of the freezing rain and snow potential for us for the rest of the afternoon. There's going to be more freezing rain up and down the Grand Strand. Right now, we're thinking about 1/10 of an inch. That will cause very slick roadways, bridges as well, so keep that in mind. And some sagging power lines and trees, but typically that type of ice does not cause significant damage. Meanwhile, late tonight, we'll see the snow move into the area. Everything will change to snow. 1 to 3 inches possible from I-95 to the coast, with a swath of 2 to 4 possible just inland over Horry and Georgetown counties. We'll have updates throughout the afternoon and, of course, tonight as well. Guys?
All right, Ed and our entire weather team are working hard for you all day, online and on air. We'll be back here every hour live on the hour to update you with the forecast.
Make sure to join Trey, Paul, and Summer Dash for ABC 15 News at 5 and 6.